Hey YouTube, I'm talking in my car. I wanted to respond to the situation with Jeffrey Hume, or is it Jeffrey Humes? And Stephanie, don't look at that license plate number. Stephanie, whatever her last name is. Wardman? Something. Anyway, these kids made a very racist TikTok video. For now, you can find the video on YouTube if you want to see it. It's very stupid. How racist is it, you ask? Well, it starts out with written in very large letters, the N-word, the actual N-word, and then they demonstrate how, those N-words are always going to jail, don't make good choices, eat watermelon and chicken. And listen, everybody likes watermelon and chicken. I'm not offended. I'm not offended when people say I like watermelon and chicken, because I like all fruits and I like all meats. Like, doesn't everybody? But the issue is that they put that in there to clearly demonstrate they are specifically trying to elaborate on the stereotypes. Like, every negative thing, everything that you've heard about the N-words is true. And including this, they like that kind of food. And also they go to jail and they like to steal. And they like to steal specifically from another race, the race that happens to be the dominant race of this country, meaning literally they are the most likely to have anything happen to them because there is more of them than anybody else. But I digress. So anyway, very stupid. They got expelled from school, and I only saw a few videos on it, so I wanted to make a video on it because I gotta put you on blast. Jeffrey, Stephanie, I'm putting you on blast. I am. Why? Because I don't know, we don't know where they got this mindset from. You're not born with it. You're not born with seeing different skin colors and phenotypes and thinking, that they eat watermelon and go to jail. Like, you're not born with that. And the statistics are often skewed. Like, I can tell somebody taught that boy that statistically black people steal from white people. Like, somebody had to have shown them that. That's a skewed statistic. Like, you need to put the statistic into context. White people are probably the biggest population that's stolen from, period, by any race, because there's a lot of them. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of skewed statistics, and they look at those statistics to just reaffirm whatever negative things they want to believe about black people. Now, if you want to believe certain thing about a specific person, that's great, that's fine. Like, if you don't like Greg from HR and he happens to be black, totally your right. And it's also your right to believe in stereotypes, but it's also our rights to call out the BS and put you on blast, because that racist mindset, it puts people in danger. It doesn't put people in immediate danger. It facilitates some extreme things happening, things that people don't want to believe can happen in 2020. When I was younger, I thought racism is gone. There's no more, there's no more slavery, and I'm allowed to vote, and racism is gone. And we don't need to freak out about everything. And then, I realized that history tends to repeat itself. People don't think a Holocaust can happen again. You don't want to believe it can. But also, people didn't want to believe that a Spanish flu can come around again. And let me tell you, what's happening now is a drop in the bucket compared to what can happen and likely will happen. Who knows when something that is more contagious and more deadly with a higher death rate comes around. So the point I'm making is history repeats itself, and that's why we defend calling out BS when we see it every time we see it, because we do not want to feel like we allowed in any way facilitating the extreme violation of human rights, such as what's happening right now in China. They are being incredibly discriminatory to anybody that does not look Chinese, and they double down on that discrimination when it comes to people who look like me. Dark skin, thick lips, and, whatever. Phenotypically, a black African having African contacts. We are the ones who get kicked out of our homes and are forced to take cotton swab tests. Who knows what's in that cotton swab? I wouldn't put it past a particular government to possibly contaminate something to provide to a specific population, but I digress. All of that to say, even though it's 2020, stuff can still get real and things can still get messy, and we don't stand for it. And it stems from people who really believe in their heart that there's a group of people who you can identify simply by looking at them, and you can tell that they are good for nothing. You can tell that you shouldn't hire them. You can tell that you shouldn't work with them. You can tell that your children shouldn't go to school with them. You can tell that they're just not good people. The truth of the matter is, you cannot tell. You cannot tell. And if you want to look up statistics by race, that still doesn't give you an accurate understanding of a population, because this is the United States of America. Every state is different. Every state economy is different. And, there's a lot of different types of black people, just like there's a lot of different types of all different races. There's a lot of different types of Hispanics and whites, and if you're not putting all those other factors into consideration on top of more relevant factors like education level, healthcare access, and zip codes where they live, if you're not putting all those things into consideration, then you are going to make assumptions about humans in your life that are wildly, wildly wrong. And I can't imagine that helps anybody, including the perpetrator. So anyway, I just wanted to put these kids on blast. Jeffery, Stephanie, we have to put you on blast, because that mindset that you have is hard to shake. It is. It's hard to shake. And if we can hit you where it hurts, as in have people that you care about their opinion know what you did, such as scholarship committees, college admin, employers, if these people know what really is your character, it might get you to start wondering, okay, really, let me figure out why this is bad. And once you start to actually care to know about why something you're doing is of horrible character and of horrible judgment, ironically, you two made a very poor choice. Once you get to that point, you can start to actually change for the better. And you have to make a lot of noise about that change for the better. Your improvement has to be louder than your screw up. Good luck. I hope you learn. I hope you redeem yourself. And yeah, racism isn't good, kids. And I'm very surprised that in 2020, I shouldn't be surprised. I watched that Papa John's interview. Papa John's, he got removed from his own company because he said the N-word. He said on a conference call that I would never say the beep. He actually said the word, which, dude, if you said the word, you can't say you would never say the word. You literally just said the word. And the fact that he was comfortable to even say that word, questionable. He talks about how he's been to dinner parties where in mixed company, people are using the word at dinner parties. Listen, I can't imagine y'all are listening to Tupac at a dinner party with white people 40 in their 40s up. I can't imagine y'all are just listening to some Kendrick Lamar or something. I can't imagine that. The fact that you even have a story to tell like that you're in company of people that freely use the word, that's troublesome. You know, that's troublesome. I also wouldn't have believed in 2020 that there would be a country that is legitimately practicing systematic racism unapologetically. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't believe would happen this year. That's why we pounce on BS when we see it, because we know what it can escalate to, and we're never too far in the future to fully get rid of our nasty, dirty past. Until next time, guys, much love, much luck, peace out.